Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today we are going to take Tainted Eden to the chest. Probably. Or Mother. I haven't really decided yet. We're gonna see what this run brings, because it always is a bit of a hit or miss at the end of the day with this character. We start off with kind of low tier rate. We start off with the thing that makes me reroll rocks, I think. We started off with the holy card that I instantly squandered. And we have, there's options. So as long as we don't get hit, we have an option between different consumables. So that's kind of neat. Kind of an awkward room to start with, unfortunately, but there we go. At least now we got black hole, so I think I can just do that. And just destroy a whole bunch of pots that way. Would have probably been good to reroll the rocks thinking about it, but oh well. This drink is probably not going to do a whole lot. This item is going to do some stuff though, so that's kind of nice. And I'll take box of spiders over the black hole, actually. It's kind of nice to be able to blow up all the rocks all the time, but I wouldn't mind trying to go for boss rush at the same time either, so we're just going to see what we can do here. That golden chest is tempting though. But, I don't know. Let's just run. Let's just make a run for it. Hope we can make it to boss rush. Beat it. Beat Hush. Beat the chest. And, yeah, then we're done. It seems like a reasonable expectation for what this run is going to be at the end of the day. But I have not warmed up at all. This is my warm-up run of the day, and therefore we have taken some silly damage already. Soul Heart from the boss, that's a surprising one, but I'll take it. There is a Tinted Rock there, which I don't know if I can... Oh, that would actually be really nice. If we can find some kind of flight, that'd be lovely, because I think if I run into the spike, I lose this item, and I really don't want to lose the items I have right now, because they're both very, very strong. But yeah, it is what it is. Fair enough, I suppose. We have a decent start damage-wise, so that's nice. We don't have many consumables, unfortunately. And I think for now, I'm just going to take this route, see if it kind of works out. We got a key back immediately, so that's kind of nice. With this character, at least, it doesn't really matter if my blind item is going to be terrible, just because there's a reasonable chance it's just going to disappear anyway. So there is that to consider at the end of the day. But it is easy to lose things that I don't want to lose as well. So yeah, we'll see. Book of Shadows. Oh god. That's probably better than the spiders, actually. At least for safety. Obviously the spiders are quite nice, but I think the green toxic gas is probably going to do enough damage to keep me alive for a while. But having Book of Shadows for boss rush especially would be amazing. It's fairly unlikely that we can keep it that long, but it would be nice. But look at that. With, like, decent damage, this actually does... just destroys all the starting room enemies, so that's pretty nice. Even these flies are dying, like the big ones. That's surprising. I'm just gonna do the boss immediately, I guess, because, I think that's probably not a terrible idea. Little concerned about who it is. Didn't get a bomb, unfortunately, either, so cannot bomb Wormwood. Not really too interested in using the Book of Shadows against this, if I can avoid it. So I'm just gonna try to avoid that as much as I can. Because there doesn't really seem to be a reason to use Book of Shadows against someone like that. So, yeah, fair enough. Just gonna stick with angel rooms for now. Don't need to go for key pieces at least, so that's kind of nice, but this run is, it's already going better than expected. Admittedly, this, once again, as I have said often enough with this character, all the runs can just sort of fall apart. One of the things that, in terms of if I wanted to do Mother, that could make it fall apart is that I do not yet have a bomb, and, we will ultimately need at least one of them, preferably two, so we can actually continue with the run, but technically we could find Dad's Key or something as well. I didn't even try to re-roll the item in the item room, which I just realized, which probably would have been a good idea. At least I only have one coin, so the odds weren't exactly in my favor, but they were technically possible, and if it did give me an extra item, that would have obviously been rather nice, but yeah, fair enough. It doesn't matter too much. Especially, the only consumables I get is keys. Obviously, oh, well, there you go. I didn't even see the gas because of the screen being entirely green to the gas that I was creating. So unfortunately, we just lost an incredible build and it got replaced with some garbage. Also, every item we find is an active item, which is also not really helping out. I'd like to find a passive item every now and then, please, but it is what it is. Let's just push that enemy into the toxic gas and move on. At least now we do have a bomb to work with, so we can at least try to open up the door. Let's just use the bomb against that boss, though, because it does make the fight a lot easier. Maybe get an angel room, and we do indeed. Very nice. I'm thinking, because Scapular is not really going to be useful. Duality is just going to get re-rolled, and the shield is kind of garbage. So let's, I guess, just go with the health and the extra stat ups and move on for now. It's not exactly ideal, but it'll do. I will have to run back after clearing one more room, but apparently there are no more enemies on this floor, which is a surprising and fun little extra little tidbit of joy. That's a sentence that just kept going, but I let it. Let's see if we... Hopefully I don't miss, which is easy to do as a lost, unfortunately. There we go. Have to be aware of your spectral tears as the lost while doing that, but I think given that I have Bob's Rotten Head, I will also just go for the extra boss room item, since I feel like I might as well. I think since this item pretty much insta-kills the boss, it's probably going to be worthwhile, and on the way back I can just use Bob's Rotten Head again to destroy the wall to the mines. There is another bomb over there, though, so I don't necessarily have to, but I have the option, and that's nice. There just aren't that many enemies on this floor either, which is unusual, but fair enough. There we go. 2 bombs. Alright, we definitely don't have to worry about that, so that's good. Look at that. Bob's Rotten Head has its moments, and when it does, it's just lovely. Because it certainly makes life significantly easier when the enemies just die instantly. There we go. I can afford to take a hit here from the gas, so I wasn't really worried. And with that, we simply move on. I don't really need to visit the shop here. It's tempting to visit my secret room, actually. Which I'm personally guessing is over here. Might be next to the shop as well. Now I'm a little bit more tempted to actually check out the shop as well, because we have some money, and we might be able to get a little bit more in the mirror dimension as well if we really need to get 15 coins, but if there is like a converter here, that would be kind of nice. The nice thing about converter, to my understanding, is that you just keep the heart containers after using it, even when you reroll, and that is obviously rather nice, due to the fact that you then no longer have to worry about your health suddenly disappearing. It becomes a lot more consistent, becomes a lot safer, becomes a lot nicer. One thing I am a little worried about right now is that my current build isn't very capable of dealing with boss rush, hush, mother, or any of the remaining challenges in the game. So I do hope we're going to be able to find something. I think I should be able to do this without re-rolling as well. Ooh. I have long invincibility. Oh, because of the trinket, I think, right? Yeah, I think that trinket is giving me like half a second of invulnerability or something like that. Like as if you take a full heart of damage worth of invulnerability, which is rather nice. There went my build, because this is a terrible, terrible room. Didn't really know what to focus on first. Probably should have focused on the enemy that was shooting flames, unfortunately. It is just a really nasty enemy. Multiple attacks, and they all are kind of tricky to avoid. So we once again re-rolled our build. But at least so far, health-wise, we're doing okay in terms of actually retaining it, so I'm not too bothered about that. I am a little bothered about losing Bob's Rotten Head, of all things. Which I would have preferred if that didn't happen. I also would have preferred if that didn't happen, but we're just in for a world of hurt right now. Does this reroll my build? It does not. Also, I have the trinket that allows me to get a bunch of followers from the shop, so I'm actually kind of tempted to go for that. For the main purpose that they are a little bit inexpensive compared to regular items. So that way I can get some extra passive items. I'm not sure what it would re-roll into, because they're technically not shop items. They're like baby pool items, I think, technically. It's like a whole thing. But it would be kind of nice if we could just get a whole bunch of those, and then whenever we re-roll, I think we probably just retain followers instead of whatever else. We'll see how it works out, I suppose. Come on, there you go. It's rare that I have to use this item for any purpose, but today is just one of those days. There we go. Money-wise, we should be okay. We got a shield from Celtic Cross. And I guess I'll just take this, because I think it would be rather nice to be able to just get rid of health whenever I want to. There is a full heart somewhere in this room, and I do not see it. There it is. It's just hidden. With that, I might as well just enter this curse room for a moment. Was kind of hoping to get at least something out of it, but unfortunately, the game is not feeling it. But maybe the button will... yeah. I really didn't expect anything different, but still, it would have still been nice. There we go. Use that blood donation item to make sure that we don't take any soul heart damage that I don't want to take. And move on. It is useful for that very specific purpose. But yeah, our trinket is adoption papers right now, so once again, if we find a shop, I want to enter it as quickly as I can, but unfortunately, there is no shop on this entire floor, which is a surprising floor layout. Usually there's at least one. And admittedly, we haven't explored the whole thing yet, but I'm starting to lose hope due to the... well, quite frankly, we've explored a lot of it. And I would have expected to see one by now, but maybe the shop and the item room are just really close to each other. Maybe they are not. Maybe they're just far away. I like how the bone actually pushed that enemy away. I didn't know that was a thing. Not loving this room layout for these enemies, though. Also not loving my damage, since I've been shooting that one non-champion one for about a year before it died. And now there's the actual champion one, which probably has more health than the other one. Significantly more, in fact, because it's red. But we did get there in the end. Alright, sure. This is becoming a little bit worrying, but fine. Can I get away with this? If I shoot it? There we go. It worked out in the end. I'll also blow you up for the Angel Room chance, and maybe a Devil Deal as well. My Angel Room item seems to have actually vanished, so maybe the shield would have been the better choice. Since I think now I just have an item room item instead. Although I have Celtic Cross, I guess that's probably the Angel Room item that I have right now. Yeah, that's good. Well, now it's the soul. I should have just dropped the trinket on the floor. The shop's right here, so unfortunately, not going to have what I wanted. Bible's kind of nice, but we're probably not going to keep that. Judgment. What was that again? Is that reroll machine? Yes. Why am I holding on to this trinket? I guess I can put the restock machine in the arcade room. Since at least that way we can maybe get something new out of it. My movement speed has been reduced to just nonsense numbers, which is unfortunate. But maybe we can reroll that into something that's not terrible. Come on. Maybe we can just get a bunch of items out of the item pools. And that is also to be seen as positive. The thing that's not exactly positive is all of my stats, my build, and the items that I've been getting. Because, I mean, this is fine, I guess. The soul's kind of okay. But I'm not, like, super excited about what we're seeing so far. We're just kind of struggling to destroy enemies. That one build that we got at the very start was the one that was by far the most effective, I feel. And unfortunately, that one got squandered away by my silliness. Tower? Let's use that here. Might be able to get a Tinted Rock out of that. There is two Tinted Rocks right next to each other that I think I can blow up with one bomb. Especially if I use the Bible, I guess, but I didn't. For mysterious reasons. Let's just make our movement speed terrible. Very good choice. I kind of want to keep the Sun Car, but at the same time, I'm not sure if I do. That bomb being there is kind of nice, at least, because there was a thing. There was a thing. There was, whatchamacallit? A such and such. a Tinted Rock outside of this room. So we'll be able to get that after this fight. So that's nice. But I will, of course, need to survive. My health has gone down rather significantly due to one of the rerolls, so that's just sad. I'll take that. Oh god, yeah, there's no way. Is there no way? There wasn't really a way, but I think my build has gotten significantly better, so all in all, I can't really complain too much. So I think I'm just gonna leave. Losing the tower is kind of a waste, but simultaneously, it did give us a much better build and also some red hearts again, so it worked out. Curse of the Blind, little bit annoying, but nothing we can't work with. My movement speed somehow is continuously not great, which is not ideal, and then I just ran into an enemy, which made my build genuinely awful. But we did get perks, which we unlocked in the previous challenge. And that's going to make sure we have the wafer effect for a while. I don't know if we still have it after we take damage. I really don't know how that works with this character now that I think about it. We did get a Forget Me Now. We also lost the range down. That's not great. I'm excited. Cool. All terrible. We did get something. We got quad shot. We got like a decent build again, so that's kind of nice. My health has gone down rather significantly so far. But if we had to do boss rush like this, I mean, I'd be curious to see how it worked out. Again, no movement speed, but movement speed is actually fine. I just feel really sluggish for some reason. I'm not really sure what that's all about. Blood bombs. I mean, it's an extra heart container for now. So that's kind of nice, I guess. Plus, it allows me to throw bombs now whenever I want if I just want to spend some health on it. I need to learn how to deal with those enemies. I'm continuously, like, nearly getting a hit or just getting hit in general by them, and it's really not working out. Curse of the Blind kind of stops me from buying anything there. There's red hearts on this floor. I might actually give some to the demon beggar there because I think that might end up being worthwhile. Especially with the heart in the secret room as well. There's a chest over here that I'm not too bothered about blowing up. Range down. Oh yeah, I used Hematemesis on this room, right? That is actually not too bad for my very specific situation. I'm just gonna keep on running. I'm not sure what is ideal here. That's okay actually, since we did lose one red heart. So we do get a little bit of damage up there. Like the nice thing about this route is that with boss rush you have 25 minutes instead of 20, so we are well, we're still roughly on pace, I would say, even though it is a little bit sketchy on these floors because everything just feels a little bit more dangerous. But we also have to fight a more difficult boss. We have to do some extra things like getting that key piece, of course. So it can very easily all go awry. Should probably try to blow up a shopkeeper first, especially since we ended up with a lot of money somehow. Also, I might just buy a random thing. Hopefully it's not broken stopwatch or something, but piggyback, not bad. I mean, it's gonna go away, but still. I'm gonna buy the other one as well. Might as well. 9 volt. I mean, it's a shop item. I'll also just get the card because that's pretty good, actually. It's a little bit more rough than it usually is because I kind of want to be lower on red health because it activates adrenaline, but fair enough. We're just gonna fight bombable snakes because, I mean, I don't mind on the one hand, but on the other hand, it is a little bit worrying. Especially when they're all in super duper attack mode all the time. Oh god, yep, got stuck in a bad place. I didn't even see that enemy. Genuinely didn't register it being there, which is unfortunate, but fair enough, I suppose. Didn't get an angel room or devil deal. Let's have some fun. Use that random Wheel of Fortune card, because how often do you get the chance? Oh, there was an angel room. I didn't even hear it. What is happening to me? I am making... Oh, I have the 100% angel room chance item. I didn't even realize that I got that, but I guess I got that in a reroll, and that's why the angel room was there. That's interesting. I God, I would not have even made that connection had I not left the room and it hadn't just been there, because quite frankly, it's very easy to forget that you can re-roll into an item that gives you angel rooms. We also have surprisingly small tiers for a build that has magic mushroom, but I guess it's the 2020 that we have that is ruining our damage a bit, but it shouldn't ruin it that much, right? Having said that, I'm not dealing damage. This build is not very powerful. That should clear the room. It's a mess is what this run is, but it's going. I'm not sure where it's going specifically, because it doesn't feel like the way this run is going that it's going to reach a promising end, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being pessimistic. But I am a little bit concerned about it. We are on the way of getting that second knife piece, so that's good at least, but yeah, it's a slow one. We got a big old beard because we do re-roll our hairstyle every time we get hit as well. But I am starting to realize that if this run goes nowhere, that perhaps today is one of those days where I should just play an easier character. We're gonna find out together. Maybe this run will be just fine, you know? If we can do just Mother in this run, I'm not too bothered. There we go, get some extra coins for our efforts. Apparently we have the bottle of pills, which could be useful as well. In case we're gonna get one of our great pill pool pills, because quite frankly, they're all treasures. They're all pretty bad, but I think there was one good one, right? There was Perks. Perks is okay, as long as it works with this character, which I genuinely don't know if it does. So that's always exciting. Because usually when you have perks, you have this blue glow around you, and I think that's just to indicate that you have the wafer effect active. And I'm fairly sure that that blue glow disappeared the moment I took damage, but I'm not 100% sure if that's just a visual bug and that you still have perks, or if I just saw it wrong. Like, there's a lot of possibilities there where I just wasn't looking at it properly, and that we still had perks. But in order to actually find out, we'd have to find another perks pill and then take damage. So it's all just not ideal. Either way, let's just move on. We have almost a full use of our bottle of pills, so that's kind of nice, I suppose. Our movement speed, even with magic mushroom, surprisingly enough, still not exactly great, but I will also just destroy this fool's gold. I've given up hope on the boss rush for some reason, in terms of actually even making it, because I think the next two floors will just take too long for us to even reliably reach it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the next two floors are gonna fly by without us even seeing it, because that's nothing, but still kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the next two floors are just gonna fly by and there's no problems at all, but given how little damage we're doing with this build, I'm just a little concerned. Just a little worried. We also have no mapping. We're continuously getting cursed, which is not great either. Let's just blow that one up for the 100% Angel Room chance that we currently have, but I'm hoping that it remembers that we blew that one up when we inevitably lose the 100% Angel Room item thing there, because that would just be kind of nice. Oh god, there's so much brimstone in this room. And apparently one enemy on the very other side of the room as well. Nope, there's multiple. There's actually a lot. Fortunately, the brimstone did seem to take care of some of them. We got a tiny sow or whatever it's called, so we now have flight because I used that. It also gives us a random build. We can use the item again to turn back into our previous build. So if that's preferable, then I have that option for now. We also got this back again, which is kind of nice. Also, I did not realize there was a door on the other side there. The downside with using this is that you have a fixed amount of health, which is like 3 black hearts right there. And I'm guessing that if I get hit again, I'm just gonna go back to those just a bad health situation, unfortunately. So there's part of me that hopes that because we have used this item that Eden forgets who he is, and we just don't have to worry about it anymore. And that we just retain everything forever. Because we used... Nope, we re-rolled and we lost most of our health. But we did keep the active item, actually. We still have flight as well, interestingly, you know? So we are actually just re-rolling a build that we just got out of nowhere, so that's kind of interesting at least. I do think we actually have the extra Angel Room chance from blowing up a shopkeeper, so that's good. God, my animations look really weird because I re-rolled into a weird build where flight wasn't guaranteed, but it kind of was, and it's like a whole thing. We did unfortunately lose the Star of Bethlehem, which would have been kind of nice to have. Oh, that's an attack. I didn't know that that character had bone prisms, but I guess we do. We're dealing decent damage now. Our damage gone up to 9.5, so that's actually very powerful. To the point where I'm almost like slightly hopeful that perhaps we can make it. Track Crown gives us some stat ups for a little while until we take damage. So for about a minute, I would say, because I'm, yep, not great at that fight. Monster's Lung, it's gone. It seems we're not losing our active item anymore. Maybe it's just because we used it and it waits until we use it again before it can reroll again or something like that. But it's not going away. That might be an extra layer of safety right there that we now have available. God, I got hit so much during that fight. That is very unfortunate. I'm just gonna leave. Yeah, a little bit on the low health side here, but maybe we can make something happen. We got Ludovico, so that's exciting. Means that our tiers are gonna be especially slow. Damage. I kinda wanna use Isao Jr. or whatever it's called again, just to see if we can turn it into something. We have IBS, oh god. Okay. I kind of used that instantly because I thought it was Upside Down Moon for some reason, and I just didn't read it. This run is a mess. Oh, there's the Bible again. Hematemesis perks. I guess I can use Hematemesis, right? Yeah. That give me technically more health. The Bible is actually a little tempting. Ooh, nope. Remember that whole thing I said about it not re-rolling ever? It just disappeared. Maybe because I picked up another active item, or maybe just because we were lucky the previous 18 times we got hit. I really don't know. It's honestly rather difficult to tell with this game sometimes how things work with these specific things, but fair enough, I guess. We have a lot of money. We're definitely not going to make boss rush, which is surprising. I genuinely tried to hurry it up, and still, it just wasn't happening. What's my revive item? It is Lazarus's Rag, so that's not great. We once again have a lot of damage, but our health is all gone. Should have probably used that differently, but fair enough. Because if that was a health down or a bad trip, I would have just lost the health that I just picked up, and that would have been bad. We could get the pill baggie, but I think that's exclusively negative. We also have Nancy bombs. I was kind of hoping that that wasn't Nancy bombs, but the other one. The actual scatter bombs, because it would be a little bit more reliable. But fair enough. Prevents active items from spawning. I mean, it's better than the current trinket that I have, which I once again just kind of forgot that I have because I re-rolled into it. I think if we take a hit now, we will re-roll our resurrection item most likely, so that's kind of nice. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more here from this machine, but fair enough, I guess. Apple of Sodom. I mean, I could just blow up some of these and maybe we'll get some things out of that. We do have flight once again, even though it's hard to tell. We can get a whole bunch more money from here, and then maybe that'll work out. Did I blow up the machine? No. Right? Yeah. I'm just gonna play this machine as much as possible. Ever since Boss Rush removed itself from the various possibilities of this run, it became a lot less interesting. Chariots could be good. I'd really like to keep the this item right here, this active item. It can lead to more soul hearts after all. I'm really surprised that even could hit me, because I did have flight, but I guess the tear shot into me or something, so that's unfortunate. But we did just get Holy Mantle. And C-section. Okay, we have reached the point where I have a build that I don't want to lose. This build suddenly became incredible, and I really would appreciate it if it didn't just leave my life suddenly. So now I'm a little bit curious about what to do. I'll take the Bible. Speed up is honestly tempting because once again my movement speed is just atrocious, but... Oh god. With Holy Mantle, I feel like we're gonna be good for a while at least. So that's really nice. I'm worried about the mom fight. Both parts of it. We are definitely gonna go to Mother, just because everything else is just not really working out. But look at that. C-section once again just being what it is, but combining it with Holy Mantle is pretty disgusting, so I'm pretty happy about it. If we can find some sort of way to teleport out of the boss room, I'd love to just use the Bible on the first phase of the fight. Recharge the item and then just use the Bible again, but... it doesn't look like that's gonna happen, unfortunately. Oh god, no, 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 no. This has just become a lost run. Just a regular old lost run is what this has become. Because the moment I take damage twice, I'm gonna be miserable. Which is really unfortunate. But it is what it is. This build is too good to just throw away right now. So suddenly, the run became a lot more tense. But look at this damage. It's so good. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna try... Oh, please no. Please no. God. This game is too terrifying. I'm gonna try, once again to finish this sentence, I'm gonna try to beat Mom's foot regularly. And the moment I get hit even once, I'm probably just gonna use the Bible and then hope that I can get away with that. Because it would be so nice to just carry this build for the rest of the run. It's so powerful. Where is my secret room? I have already found it. Okay, well that was a good way to spend some extra time on this floor. Fair enough. Let's move on. It is kind of nice to know that we can at least beat one of Mom's phases with the Bible regardless, but I'd really just like to insta-kill this one. Just need to watch out for eyes. They carry the brimstone, but it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay. What are we doing? Negative or Polaroid? It doesn't really matter for Polaroid, I guess. Let's just take the negative. We have already seen this. Gimpy's not really going to do anything except spawn red hearts. Bad PhD, honestly. Little tempting just because our builds have just not been good. But fair enough. An extra soul heart for our troubles. And onwards to Mother. This has been quite the run. It has not yet ended. It still has a ways to go. These floors are definitely not the kindest floors in the game. So it's definitely not a one run yet, but as long as we can just keep what we have right now, I'm not especially worried. But that is, unfortunately, a rather big if, because it's a scary remaining couple floors. The mom fight is still going to be there. Bible, unfortunately, does not work on Mother to my knowledge. I probably have tried it at least once. It will be a weird thing not to try at least once, but I'm just going to say it doesn't work. So, let's just hope that once again, C-section carries us. I mean, it feels kind of suitable that we got Curse of the Lost as well, or Curse of the Unknown rather, because I cannot see my health, and it really is just starting to feel like a run with the Lost, so it's just that I technically don't die if I do take that extra hit. It's just that everything just becomes terrible. What was that giant there? I just saw a giant creature that got destroyed, I think, and I didn't really register it until it was dead. But it was certainly there, and it was rather large. I'm just gonna move on and pretend that it didn't worry me a little. This is a nice enough room. I'm kind of looking for tinted rocks as well, but I'm not exactly seeing them. Arcade. We could use it to get more money. There is some friendly poops here. It might be worth to play the shell game for Skatol. I'm gonna play this actually, because once again, I do still need to get the dollar bill. So I'm actually just gonna play this for a minute. The moment I get hit by a fly or something, or an explosion, I can just leave the room and recharge my holy mantle. So that's good. That's 10 coins. Dollar bill is just one of those things that I'm gonna forget about 90% of runs, and the 1% where it's actually sort of worth going for. It's not really worth going for. It's just a run where I want to get the item crossed off so I never have to go for it again. Unfortunately, didn't get it. We did get a golden chest with basically all the money that I spent. So it was effectively just a waste of time. Unfortunate, but fair enough. These rooms I can accept. Just give me rooms like this where all the enemies are not that powerful. And then I don't have to worry so much. But I suppose that's unlikely. I mean, we could get some extra flies that way. At this point, it doesn't really matter if we have rotten hearts or not, I guess. Probably, at least. I say that, but I'm not 100% sure if that's technically true. That was a scary room, actually. If that poison gas stayed on me for too long, then that would have been bad. The enemies look exactly the same as my C-section babies. That's not great. That's not great at all. Oh, it's... Right, I see what happened. It's the spore shot that makes the baby huge. Right, okay. That explains it. I'll accept that as a reasoning. Holy card. World. I mean, yeah. Let's just use that. Take the world. Move on. Might have been worth to keep the chariot, admittedly. Just because of that extra safety, but simultaneously, I want to take the shortest possible route to Mother. It seems to be going up, and I'm happy that I did, because I am of the team that just goes to the left first, I think, and it would have been just a huge waste of time. And then we got another world card on this floor, so you know what? Screw you, game. It is what it is. Let's just move on. Only a couple of rooms remain. I don't like that that fly was there, because it probably means there's another one in the bottom here. Just nope, it was just the one. Fair enough. What was this again? Restock boxes will always spawn in treasure rooms. Little bit useless at this point, unfortunately. But you know, could have been nice. The thing is, like, if I found our key right now in my secret room, I don't know if I would even be super happy about it, because on the one hand, it's obviously amazing, but on the other hand, I'd be able to do basically just the chest, I guess, and that's really the only bit of progress that I'd be able to acquire from an R key. And even then, it's not guaranteed, because it's very easy to accidentally just take damage and lose everything. Unless if I'm Mama Mega as well, I guess, but it's just not very likely. Just doesn't seem like that would happen. It doesn't really matter which book I take, right? I'm just gonna leave the Bible there for mysterious reasons. Did I find my super secret room? No. Did not find another tinted rock either, to my knowledge. I may have just overlooked it, admittedly, but it didn't look like there was one. So, let's see if we can do this. I'm hoping for the best. A chariot card would have been nice. Yeah, there you go. That's how you lose that immediately. A lot of flames, that's good. A lot of flames, actually. They're farting around a lot, and it's destroying a lot of tears. Very good. Again, it's technically not a run as the loss. We are not going to be dead in one hit. It just feels that way. And I need to keep that in mind so the fear doesn't kill me. I didn't see where it was. There we go. Very good. Oh no. I just want this run to be over. I just really want this run to be over. It's certainly nearly there, but it's always so terrifying. I should keep the boss closer to the middle, I guess. Which I think is a thing I'm not very good at. I always make it go all the way to the bottom, and it never really works out. Anyway, we did it! What a great run that was. What a run that suddenly became very different the moment we got Holy Mantle C-section, which is the best build for every single character in the game. We unfortunately didn't get Boss Rush, we didn't get Hush, we didn't get anything fast-paced, which is still just going to be a nightmare to do as this character. But we did get some progress as Tainted Eden, and honestly, I can't really complain about that too much now, can I? It was a big mess, and that's exactly what this character frequently is. Good God. You know, I was planning to do Tainted Lost today, and after that run, I absolutely will not. I'll just leave that for another time because I took so many hits there. I am definitely not going to survive a Tainted Lost run today, so we're just going to leave that for a different time. But either way, hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we'll be doing another run as a different character. And I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.